In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Gholdengo, which is evolved from Gimmighoul after you collect 999 Gimmighoul coins in 5 and 6 star Tera raid battles quite easily. So the first thing you should know is that this Gimmighoul or any Pokemon that you should use on 5 and 6 star Tera raids should be at least level 100, EV trained and IV hyper trained, or just have best IVs across the board. Now, Gholdengo has a really high special attack. As you can see, it's 401. That is incredibly powerful. It also has really good HP. Both of those have been EV trained, so I have a huge focus on staying alive and dealing massive special type damage. It is a Ghost and Steel type with a Ghost Tera type over here. Now, it uses Shadow Ball as my first move. I've got Make It Rain as my really strong Steel type move. I've got Nasty Plot to increase my special attack and Recover in case you need to heal because you don't want to die. Now, the really good thing about Gholdengo is his ability, or its abilities, should I say. Its ability, Good as Gold, allows it to be immune to other Pokemon status moves. So it won't sleep, it won't be paralyzed, it won't be poisoned. Those things do not work on it, which is fantastic because in Tera raids, that happens to your Pokemon quite a lot. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to do this against a 6-star Tera raid. Now, obviously, 5 stars are going to be a lot easier. 6 stars, you need to be a bit more careful. I know a lot of people like to do this online, but sometimes online groups can fail it miserably because some people don't know what they're doing. I prefer to challenge alone because the AI is actually quite decent. They will at least look after themselves in an appropriate manner. They will heal, or they'll do like defensive or offensive buffs for everybody by cheering, which is great. Okay, so right at the start of the battle, go straight to Nasty Plot. You want to increase your special attack as much as you can. Ideally, at this point in multiplayer, you want everybody to be boosting their own attack as much as they can. Because if somebody gets the Pokemon we're attacking here to get their shield up early, it's going to be a lot harder. Now you can see here my AI opponents didn't deal a lot of damage, so the damage is going to have to come from me. So I know the shield is not coming up in the next turn, so I do have the opportunity here to use some more Nasty Plots because I know Baxcalibur's health is not going to go to halfway. Usually it uses its shield by the time it reaches half health, or half of the time in the arena is already used up. So we're going to go ahead and use Nasty Plot a few more times here to get our special attack raised even higher, which is going to make us almost one-shot Baxcalibur. For other Pokemon, this will be a guaranteed one-shot. If it's a 5-star Pokemon and you can get at least 3 Nasty Plots off, you're going to one-shot the absolute bejesus out of that Pokemon, and it will never come back to you again. So here you can see I'm going to be using my final Nasty Plot. This is the 3rd one in a row. Now the thing about my Steel move, Make It Rain, every time you use it, it decreases your special attack. So I'm trying to get my special attack as high as possible so that when I deal damage to him, I have less of his health bar and more of the timer to deal with, right? Because in these things, it's a race against time. It's not a race against health. Well, it's kind of a race against both in a way, but there you go. A nice hit there, bringing his health down to very low. He's going to pop his shield right after this, obviously, as you can imagine. And there comes the shield. He now has the shield, which means it's going to be a whole lot harder to do any sort of damage to him. Ideally, you want to Terastallize your Pokemon in this case so that you can start dealing with that shield. If you're not Terastallized, you're not going to do much damage. Okay, so now we need to Terastallize our Pokemon, Gholdengo here. We're going to go to battle. We can't Terastallize yet. That means we need to do more attacks until Terastallization is available. So I'm going to start using Shadow Ball as much as I can just to keep poking at it until we have Terastallization available, and then we're going to Terastallize. So there you go. We hardly did any damage with that, unfortunately. Let's see. Still no Terastallization. We use another Shadow Ball. Now remember, this is time-based, so you need to make your moves and pick them very quickly and in order, because the longer you take, the more that timer moves down. So you want to be fast and you want to know what you're doing. Cool, Terastallization is available. Use that. We are a Ghost type Terastallization, or Terastallized Tera type. And there is our Ghost type Terastallization, and we are going to continue using Shadow Ball, which will receive a bonus attack damage if we use a move of the same kind, which is going to be Shadow Ball. Even though my super effective Steel type move is super effective, the Shadow Ball is going to deal more damage because it matches my Tera type. So there you go. Look at that. The damage, very nice, very nice. That is beautiful. That is absolutely insane. It nullified the stat changes on our side, which means I lost my special attack things from Nasty Plot. At this point, you want to keep your Pokemon above half health, above 75% health. I was about at half health right now, so I'm using Recover, because if you die at this point, you're not going to be able to deal damage to him fast enough. Like, that timer will disappear, people will start dying, and the timer will just go away. Now, with our health full and you're keeping aware of everything that's happening in the arena, like I'm leaving the AI to themselves, They might die, they might bring the timer down, but it's okay. They'll usually use a heal if that's the problem. Right now, I'm just using Shadow Ball to bring down the health of Excalibur, because if I worry about the health of my AI opponents, nobody's damaging the Pokemon we're fighting, so essentially we're just stalling until we lose. So I'm going to go ahead and beat this as fast as I can by spamming Shadow Ball. And there is our, I think this will be our final Shadow Ball. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Can't tell. It's kind of weird because you see the shield bar. Okay, he's dead. We did it. A 6-star Tera raid alone with Gholdengo, one-shotting, or, well, like, you know, soloing, in a sense, the entire Pokemon. And that's it for my showcase on Gholdengo. Using it in Tera raids, it performs really well. I'm super happy with it. It has insane damage. As long as you get those nasty plots off at the beginning, you can most likely one-shot most Pokemon that are weak to special attacks. Like, it will literally delete them entirely. And I hope you guys try it too. And thank you so much for watching this video.